My dear beloved child, come closer. Not with your feet, but with your attention, because something sacred has been whispering your name in the quiet spaces of your life. In the moments when you thought nothing was happening, when the days felt ordinary, when your prayers seemed to echo back as silence, something invisible and holy was moving within you like the slow turning of stars. You thought you were just surviving, but I was rebuilding you. You thought you were being delayed, but I was deepening your foundation. You thought doors were closing, but I was teaching your soul how to recognize the sound of the right door when it finally opens. I have watched you in the nights when no one saw your tears. I have felt the silent questions you carried like stones in your chest. I have counted every time you almost gave up but didn't. Even when your voice did not call my name, your endurance did. Your breathing did. Your decision to wake up again did. There were parts of you being expanded in the darkness that comfort could never expand in the light. Because ease can make a person relax, but pressure reveals their true strength. And while you believed nothing was changing, your spirit was stretching beyond old limits. Your heart was learning how to carry greater love. Your mind was learning how to hold greater vision. Your soul was being trained to receive blessings you once would not have been able to sustain. Pain was not your punishment, it was your preparation. Delay was not your rejection, it was your redirection. Silence was not my absence, it was my hidden construction. If I had given you everything when you first asked, it would have slipped through your hands like water. So I strengthened your hands. I increased your capacity. I purified your intentions. I removed what could not go where you were going. Yes, some things had to leave, some people had to walk away, some plans had to fall apart. Not because you failed, but because your future refused to fit inside your past. Right now, if you could see yourself the way I see you, you would not call yourself broken. You would call yourself under construction. You would see golden scaffolding around your spirit. You would see light entering cracks you thought were permanent damage. Close your eyes for a moment in your imagination. See a soft golden light above your head, warm, gentle, alive, like liquid sunrise. Watch it slowly pour down over you like warm honey made of light. Feel it touching your thoughts first, calming the storms, untangling the fear, dissolving the old voices that told you that you were not enough. Let it move into your chest now, like sunlight entering a quiet cathedral, filling empty places with peace instead of pressure. This is how healing really happens, not loudly but gently, layer by layer, breath by breath. You were never being forgotten, you were being transformed in secret. The world celebrates visible victories, but heaven celebrates invisible growth. The world notices trophies, but I notice endurance. The world applauds speed, but I honor faithfulness. And you have been faithful in ways you don't even realize. Every time you chose not to become bitter. Every time you chose hope instead of cynicism. Every time you tried again after disappointment. You were agreeing with me, even without knowing it. Listen carefully now. What felt like a season of emptiness was actually a season of transfer. Strength was being transferred into your character. Wisdom was being transferred into your decisions. Discernment was being transferred into your spirit. You were becoming someone your younger self prayed to become. I saw the version of you that kept going when things were uncertain. That version is powerful. That version is ready. That version is magnetic to miracles because perseverance changes the energy around a life. Now feel this. Imagine you are standing before a massive gate, tall, ancient, carved with patterns of destiny. For a long time it looked closed. For a long time you thought it would never move. But look again, see the light beginning to leak through the edges. See the hinges beginning to glow like heated gold. Hear the deep sound of movement, slow, inevitable, like destiny waking up. This gate is not opening because of luck. It is opening because you became the person who could walk through it. And now I say to you, stand up inside your spirit. Lift your expectation. Prepare your heart. Because what is coming toward you is not random. Opportunities are aligning, connections are forming, ideas are awakening, resources are moving. Paths are clearing in ways you cannot yet see. You are not chasing your future anymore. Your future is recognizing you. But listen carefully to what I tell you now. Release the weight you were never meant to carry. Release the guilt from yesterday. Release the fear of tomorrow. Release the comparison that poisons your joy. Receive this command gently but clearly. Let go of what is finished and receive this command with courage. Open your heart to receive what is ready to arrive. Because abundance cannot enter clenched hands, miracles cannot rest in a guarded heart. Blessings flow where trust lives. You have asked for change, but change begins with permission. So right now, in this sacred quiet between words, allow yourself to say yes to your own expansion. Yes to healing. Yes to provision. Yes to unexpected goodness. Yes to a life that feels guided instead of random. There is a river of provision that flows through creation, and you are not outside of it. You never were. Sometimes you just stood on the bank believing it was not for you, but look again. See yourself stepping into that river now, not of water, but of shimmering golden particles of possibility, each spark touching your skin like warm electricity. This is the energy of alignment. When your faith begins to agree with what I have always believed about you, you were not created to barely survive. You were created to overflow. Not just financially, but emotionally, and spiritually, and creatively, and relationally. True wealth is the freedom to breathe without fear, the ability to give without anxiety, the confidence to dream without apology. And yes, material provision has its place too. There is no holiness in unnecessary lack. When your heart is aligned and your purpose is awake, resources often follow like shadows following light. So do not fear prosperity when it arrives with peace attached to it. Money that comes with clarity can build. Money that comes with purpose can bless. Money that comes with wisdom can multiply good. You are learning not just how to receive, but how to steward. Because what is coming is not just a reward. It is a responsibility wrapped in favor. Now, see this next vision. Imagine dark clouds above you. The kind that once felt heavy with worry, but now something different is happening. The clouds begin to glow from within. Light breaks through them like cracks in the sky, and then, instead of rain of water, streams of sparkling light begin to fall. Miracle rain, each drop carrying opportunity, each drop carrying restoration, each drop carrying unexpected answers. Feel this miracle rain touching your life, washing away stagnation, awakening movement, activating timing. What was dry begins to live again. What was stuck begins to move again. What felt impossible begins to soften. This is how grace often arrives, not as noise, but as quiet turning points, and you are standing in one now. Do not rush this moment. Do not doubt this shift. Something inside you already knows this is true. You have outgrown the version of yourself that thought small just to feel safe. You have outgrown the need to shrink to make others comfortable. You have outgrown the belief that struggle is your permanent address. Your new address is expansion, your new atmosphere is possibility, your new direction is forward. And even if you move slowly, even if you move quietly, even if nobody applauds at first, keep moving. Because mountains do not move because of noise. They move because of persistent pressure, and your persistence has been moving things you cannot yet see. Let gratitude begin to replace your worry now. Gratitude is not denial of difficulty, it is recognition of presence. It is how you tune your awareness to notice the good that is already beginning. Say thank you for what is forming. Say thank you for what is healing. Say thank you for what is finding its way to you now, because gratitude is a magnet. Faith is a doorway. Expectation is an invitation. And you are becoming someone who knows how to invite goodness without fear of losing it. Listen closely now as I place these truths gently into your spirit. You are not behind. You are not disqualified. You are not invisible. You are being positioned. The chapters that felt like loss were teaching you what truly matters. The chapters that felt empty were making room. The chapters that felt slow were synchronizing timing you could not control. Trust the choreography you cannot see. Even now, conversations are happening about you in rooms you have never entered. Solutions are forming around problems you have not faced yet. Protection is operating in ways you will never fully know. You are more supported than you think. Now breathe deeply. And imagine one more scene. You are standing on a quiet shoreline at sunrise. The sky is painted in soft gold and gentle blue. The water is calm like polished glass. And as the sun rises, its reflection creates a path of light across the water leading straight toward you. That path represents your next season. Not chaos, not confusion, but guided steps. You do not need to see the entire path. Just step onto the light you have today. More light appears when you walk. This is how faith really works. Not as certainty of the whole journey, but trust in the next step. And now let these words settle into you like seeds. I am restoring your confidence. I am renewing your strength. I am aligning your path. I am opening what is right. I am closing what is wrong. I am multiplying what brings life. Let these affirmations move through you slowly now, not as wishes, but as agreements. I am ready to receive what is meant for me. I am supported by unseen grace. I am attracting opportunities that match my purpose. I am worthy of peace and provision. I am guided toward overflow. I am protected while I grow. I am becoming a vessel of blessing. Feel how your body responds when you believe even a little of this. Feel how your breathing changes. Feel how hope feels physically lighter than fear. This is not imagination alone. This is alignment beginning. Your story is not defined by the chapters where you felt lost. It is defined by the direction you kept walking anyway. And now that direction is beginning to answer you back with results. So when doubt whispers, answer it with remembrance. Remember how many times you survived what you thought you couldn't. Remember how many times help appeared at the right moment. Remember how many times strength appeared after you thought you were empty. You are still here. And that means something sacred is still unfolding through you. Walk gently, expect quietly, trust deeply. And when blessings begin to appear, do not sabotage them with disbelief. Receive them with humility, hold them with gratitude, share them with wisdom. Because the greatest wealth is not what you hold them, but what flows through you without fear. You are entering a season where flow replaces force, where clarity replaces confusion, where quiet confidence replaces restless proving. Nothing you learned in your difficult seasons will be wasted. Your compassion will help someone breathe again. Your wisdom will help someone avoid pain. Your strength will remind someone they can continue. Even your scars will become maps for others. So do not hide your story. Refine it, understand it, let it become light. And now, peace is settling around you like a soft blanket of presence. Not the fragile peace that depends on circumstances, but the deep peace that comes from knowing you are guided. Rest here for a moment. Nothing you truly need is being withheld forever. Timing is not punishment. Preparation is not abandonment. Growth is not rejection. You are being trusted with becoming more, and you are ready. Receive this blessing quietly now. May your mind be clear. May your heart be steady. May your path be guided. May your hands be filled with meaningful work. May your life be filled with quiet miracles. May your home be filled with warmth. May your future be filled with provision. You are not walking alone. Even now, love surrounds you in forms you cannot measure. Grace moves ahead of you. Peace walks beside you. Purpose grows within you. And when you sleep tonight, may your worries loosen their grip. May your dreams remind you that possibility is still alive. May your spirit recover its courage. Everything is not finished. In many ways, it is just beginning. So receive this final quiet truth like a candle being placed in your hands. You are seen. You are guided. You are carried. You are being prepared. You are being blessed. And now let these final words become your gentle declaration. I am ready to receive. I am guided by light. I am growing in faith. I am open to abundance. I am protected by grace. I am calm inside. I am blessed. And even now, as you remain here in this quiet awareness, something deeper is still unfolding within you. Not loudly, not dramatically, but the way dawn slowly replaces night without asking permission. This is how transformation often arrives, softly, unsteadily, undeniably. There were moments you thought you were falling apart, but what you did not realize was that you were actually breaking open. Like a seed beneath the soil that must split before it can rise, parts of your old identity had to crack, so your true life could breathe. You asked for strength, and life gave you situations that forced you to discover it. You asked for clarity, and confusion taught you how to listen deeper. You asked for elevation, and release became necessary. Nothing was random. Every tear carried information. Every delay carried instruction. Every ending carried hidden direction. Even now I am reminding you, nothing you experienced was wasted. The nights you cried in silence watered unseen roots. The times you felt overlooked trained you to depend on something greater than applause. The seasons when you had little taught you how to recognize true value. Because true wealth is first an internal awakening before it ever becomes an external reality. And you are awakening. Feel your chest right now as you breathe slowly. That quiet warmth, that subtle calm, that is not accidental. That is what happens when your spirit begins to remember where its real security comes from. Not from temporary approval, not from unstable circumstances, but from alignment with divine flow. There is a rhythm to your life that is becoming clearer, a timing that does not rush but never fails. Like tides pulled by a moon you cannot see, your life is being pulled toward purpose even when you feel still. Trust this movement. Even when nothing seems to move, trust what is moving underneath. You were never meant to understand everything while it was happening. Some understanding only comes after survival. Some meaning only becomes visible after endurance. Some blessings only make sense when you look back and realize what you were being protected from. Yes, even the things that did not work out were sometimes protection wearing the disguise of disappointment. There were paths you wanted that would have drained you, doors you wanted that would have trapped you, people you wanted that would have diminished you. So I adjusted your course quietly, not to deprive you, but to preserve you. And now, because you stayed, because you continued, because something inside you refused to completely give up, you are arriving at a new internal doorway. This doorway is called readiness, not perfection, not complete certainty, just readiness. Readiness to believe good things can happen without fear of losing them. Readiness to accept peace without waiting for chaos. Readiness to receive without self-sabotage. This is where your next chapter begins, inside your permission to receive. So listen very carefully now. Stop calling yourself unlucky. Stop calling yourself late. Stop calling yourself ordinary. You are being refined like gold in fire, not destroyed by it. Gold does not fear heat because heat reveals its purity. And what you have walked through has been revealing something incorruptible inside you. Something steady, something bright, something unbreakable. And now to see this moment in your imagination. You are inside a vast open field at twilight. The sky is deep violet with stars beginning to appear. In the distance you see thousands of tiny lights, like lanterns floating toward you. As they come closer, you realize each light carries something. One carries an idea, another carries a connection, another carries healing, another carries provision. They begin arriving around you gently, like destiny finding its address. This is how blessings often come, not as one giant explosion, but as many small arrivals that slowly change everything. Do not overlook the small arrivals. The unexpected message, the new thought, the small opportunity, the sudden peace, the tiny progress. These are not small when they are aligned. They are signals, and more are coming. Because once your inner world begins to change, your outer world begins to respond. Your energy speaks before your words do. Your expectations shape what you notice. Your belief determines what you allow. This is why I've been working inside you first, because sustainable miracles begin within. Now let this truth settle into you. You are not trying to become worthy. You always were worthy of love, guidance, and provision. You were only learning how to believe it. And belief, true belief, is not loud. It is quiet. It feels like calm certainty growing where fear used to live. And from this place, manifestation begins to feel natural instead of forced. You begin to notice how gratitude increases flow, how generosity increases trust, how clarity increases opportunity, how courage increases expansion. You begin to see that abundance is not just something you chase, it is something you allow. And now I want you to imagine something very clearly. Above you is a ceiling you once believed was your limit. A financial limit, an emotional limit, a life limit. You lived under it so long you thought it was permanent. But now see cracks forming in that ceiling, lines of bright white light pushing through. The pressure of your growth is breaking old limits. Pieces begin to fall away, not dangerously, but like old shells you no longer need, and suddenly, the ceiling is gone. Above you is only open sky. This is expansion. This is what happens when your identity outgrows your limitations. Do not rebuild ceilings you have outgrown. Do not recreate fears you have already healed. Walk in the openness now. And as you walk, notice something else changing. Your thoughts are becoming more intentional, your reactions more peaceful, your focus more selective. You are beginning to understand that where attention goes, life flows. So place your attention gently on what you are building, not what you are escaping. Place your attention on who you are becoming, not who you used to be. Place your attention on possibility, not probability. Because miracles rarely look probable before they happen, now I want you to feel something else. A hand of light resting gently on your shoulder, not heavy and just present. a reminder that you are not navigating alone. Guidance does not always remove difficulty, but it always provides direction through it. And direction is being given to you now through intuition, through desire to improve, through discomfort with staying the same. Your dissatisfaction with stagnation is sacred. It is evidence of growth trying to move you. So when you feel that inner push, that quiet urge to study more, to build more, to create more, to discipline yourself more, do not ignore it. That is alignment calling you upward. You are being invited into a life where discipline becomes freedom, where consistency becomes confidence, where focus becomes favor. Nothing great in your future requires you to become someone else. It only requires you to fully become who you were meant to be, and you are closer than you think. Let these next words become anchors in your awareness. What is meant for me is not confused about my address. What belongs in my life will not require me to betray my peace. What is aligned with my purpose will grow with stability. What I receive with gratitude I will keep with wisdom. And now feel a deep calm entering you again, like warm sunlight after a long winter. This is the feeling of resistance melting, the feeling of trusting the process again, the feeling of not needing to force everything, because what is truly yours arrives with a different energy, not panic, but peace, not desperation, but direction, not confusion, but quiet confidence. You are learning to recognize this difference, and as you do, your decisions will become clearer, your circle will become healthier, your time will become more valuable, your results will become more consistent. This is not luck. This is alignment meeting effort. Continue becoming someone who shows up. Continue becoming someone who finishes what they start. Continue becoming someone who keeps promises to themselves. Because self-trust attracts external trust. And trust is one of the currencies of heaven. Now breathe again slowly and feel gratitude again deeply, and receive this gentle closing flow like a final wave of calm light washing over your path. May your doubts become smaller than your vision. May your discipline become stronger than your distractions. May your faith become louder than your fear. May your actions become proof of your prayers. May your life become evidence that endurance creates elevation. You are moving forward now, even if quietly, even if gradually, even if imperfectly, and that is enough. Let these final affirmations settle into you like soft echoes of truth. I am aligned with divine timing. I am open to unexpected favor. I am growing stronger every day. I am attracting meaningful success. I am peaceful while I progress. I am grateful before I receive. I am ready for overflow. Now rest your thoughts, release your tension. Trust what is unfolding. You are held, you are guided, you are rising, and you are blessed.